Probably the first thing we notice with the Heartland quality here is going to be the gel-coated fiberglass. First thing we can see, if Josh can give us a close-up here, is going to be there's no strands of fiberglass in this like you see on a lot of travel trailers and mid-level fifth wheels. It's a gel-coated fiberglass, easier to keep clean, easier to maintain. It doesn't fade over time. Makes it very, very nice here. We can see a couple outside speakers. We've got tinted safety glass in the windows as well. This keeps the furniture looking new on the inside, and also keeps the heat out on hot days as well. All kinds of storage. We come through here. Hey, Randall.
What's going on, Chadwick?
So, as you can see, we come out here, all kinds of storage here as well, right? We've got pass-through storage.
Absolutely. A huge basement storage due to the Z-frame that we're using from LCI on this guy. So they've actually dropped down that I-beam frame in front of the stairs. Allows us to have that flush floor bedroom up in there, floor in the bedroom, plus this huge basement area. A couple other things I noticed while I was crawling around in there. You know, I like to get down into nuts and bolts of things. Eureka bathroom, or Eureka vacuums for this guy. So what the Eureka is, it's a brand name, and we know it from the stuff that we have in our house. I own one at home, but we've got it that's built for the RV industry, and you're going to see brand name stuff in the Bighorn. They're using quality product that's going to last a long time.
I mean, we did say we saw the Sony
TV and the Sony DVD player up there, absolutely. Yeah. LCI, they're using this 6-point landing gear, hydraulic landing gear system, the way we've opted this one out. Great system. I just took a class from LCI on this guy. They actually came to the dealership here, and I worked with them through the service department. All the stuff's built in-house. It's all aluminum, CNC machined. It's a great system. It's the same system we're going to see on like those Class A motorhomes, and it really gives this thing crazy stability. I mean, once this thing is planted, you're not noticing any rocking around in there. We had it at a show recently.
Yep.
How many people were in?
12,000 people. Yeah. So real quickly on this, Randy, we push the button, and this has a memory, right? So
it will remember where it came off your truck, so it'll bring it back to that point, so you don't have to do the up and down like on the fifth wheels that we know and we've been using for a long time. So it finds its level, it drops the jacks, and it's going to give us a great stability. I really like to see this system here.
We talked about the block foam, the insulation here through the sidewall, aluminum studding. We've talked about the save weight.
Absolutely. 2-inch thick exterior walls on this, and that goes back to the four-season full-time camping. It's just a great R value in this guy. The bedroom floor is also insulated, and usually you see the studs, we show them in the videos that we make, and they use the main floor for the insulation. This one actually is heated down here, and it is an insulated floor in the bedroom. Again, back to that four-season full-time living camper.
So do we have insulation under here?
There is insulated in that unclosed underbelly, so that's insulated, but the floor is insulated as well, so we don't lose any heat there.
So we could put soda in here if we're going somewhere for a week or something like that.
Absolutely, and with the heat on, you're going to be good down here for sure.
It's going to be hard to catch this from the video here, but this is actually a fully insulated door.
It is, and look at the thickness of this. This is thicker than anything that I've seen in the industry. They've just done a great job, and again, back to those R values we're looking for on this four-season camper. Yep. Slam latches.
Slam latches, we can just struts that hold the door open, one on each side.
Outside stereo. We've got 2 speakers over here. You know, in most campers we mention the outside speakers, but you have to listen to what they're listening to on the inside. So here, if someone's listening to a program inside or watching TV, or the kids are watching a movie, or the wife or what have you, we can come outside and have an adult beverage under the awning and have our own radio program going on here, or listen to the game on Sunday afternoon.
Okay. Little tie downs in here too.
Tie down, non-skid floor. I mean, just... we could make a 3-hour movie on this guy, just that it goes on and on. I'm really excited to have the product here at Pete's RV.
Yep, watch your melon. So tinted safety glass on the windows. You can option in dual panes on these?
You can, and this particular one does have the dual panes on it. Yes, it sure does.
And what's really cool about this, we see it a lot of times on some product brands out there, the dual panes don't have the tint to them.
They cut down on the tint where this one does, and the dual panes are going to do a couple things for us, along with a great R value on the roof and the floor of this thing. It's going to cut down noise. A lot of people don't think of that. It also keeps the cooling. If we're in a warmer climate, and we've got the air conditioners on, the 2 air conditioners going to keep that cool, those windows are going to help for sure. There's also a Yeti package available on these guys where you can get tank heaters and things. So if you are using it in those colder climates, say you're out in the oil fields in Williston, North Dakota or something like that, this is a great camper for you because it's going to handle those Badlands weather. So this can be used anywhere.
Yep. Got the big entry door on this.
Wider than standard, taller than standard. So if you've got groceries and you're coming up in here, you're not doing the 2-step shuffle going up the stairs. So I like to see it on the Bighorn.
Yep, real good example too of good quality is how they round the door at the top. So it's just a nicer finish.
It's a nice cleaner look. It's not going to hurt the awning if it gets too close to that awning where the square points used to in the old days. We've got the big grab handle on here. Look at the depth of those slides too.
Yep.
They're doing a couple different slide systems on this guy too. We've got rack and pinion here, rack and pinion for the opposing slide, and they're using the cable driven upstairs. What that gives us is tons of storage underneath that bed. There's no ram under the bed. We're done it all from above the slide, so complete storage underneath that bed.
Normally we don't go on the backside RVs, but we're going to take a couple minutes. There's some cool stuff on here that we're not going to find over on the backside. Hey Randy, once again, let's get the meat and potatoes out of the way.
This is the part of the campers I love.
This is tell us a little about this. So this is going to be a cable driven slide.
This is a cable driven slide system, and again, no ram inside under the bed. So that's all storage under the bed now, which is really exciting, especially under that king bed we've got up there.
Yep. Slam locks here. This is kind of where I call it the frills.
This is, I call them the manifold systems. This is where all our hookups are. We got the water hookups, the sewer flush. We can bypass the hot water here for easy winterization. Bed satellite and downstairs satellite. So we can actually run a dual LNB setup here, so we can have 2 satellite receivers. So if you're in the bedroom and you want to watch a different channel, they can watch another channel down below. So it's all pre-wired for that, which is really exciting. Hot and cold running water after we dump our fun tanks. Yep. Got a place to store our sewer hose down here as well.
Real quickly, I just want to point out a few things to you guys on TV. It's odd that we'd have the waste tank handles in a compartment like this, but the tanks are above the heated, they're in that heated.
They're up in that underbelly, and so by keeping the valves up there, that makes this that 4-season camper, and that's what I like to see. Everything's protected up under there, and the valves come right through here, so we can keep everything heated.
Yep. Using
10-gallon hot water heater, gas and electric, and actually there's a mixing valve on the back of that, so it'll bump it up to about 16, so really nice to see on this guy.
Cool, got a big nice scare light. I mean, look at this thing, just shines here.
Super easy to keep clean. It's going to go to the longevity of the camper as well. It's not going to, the fiberglass isn't going to dry out on this with the gel coat.
Tell us a little bit, Randy. We see this sticker. This is something, it's just not been out for years like this. This is something new.
It has not. It's very new to the industry, and I've been doing my homework on it. It's Correct Track by LCI. When we're putting a lot of miles on this time, sometimes we see some tire wear. It could have been from a bump that we hit going to Alaska, or a curb that we rolled over trying to get on that site in the campground, or just going in my driveway in mud season in Vermont, right? So we can actually align these axles on here. There's actually a tool that we would set up in the front, and we align the axle, and there's adjustments on the axle, so I'm very excited to see it on here. Another thing that we're doing here is it's got self-adjusting brakes. In the RV world, if you do what you're supposed to do, you should adjust your brakes once a year. Not a lot of people do that. They just keep cranking up the brake controller, right?
Yeah.
Me. This guy here is actually self-adjusting brakes, much like we see on some of the vehicles that are still running drum brakes in the back. So when you back up, this thing adjusts those brakes.
So, well, we could go on for hours about this Bighorn. So let's kind of wrap it up here. I know you like to talk about the nooks and the crannies of that thing, but people got things to do. So we're going to get down to Pete's RV Center. We sell the Heartland product here, the Bighorn, the Silverado. We're heavily invested in Heartland.
One of the great things about Pete's RV is we carry the number ones. We get the popular stuff out there, and we're large enough, and we tell the manufacturer we want it, we get it. So I'm very excited to have this product. I think it's going to fit in our family very well.
Yep, and when you're thinking RVs, I know you guys watch these videos, just for the fun of it, request a quote from us. You can do it right from your computer. Just send us an email. Go to our website at petesrv.com. I think you'll be surprised the pricing you get.
Yeah, don't look at those map prices they make us put on the website. Get the quote, and you'll, what do you always say? I'm going to knock your socks off?
That's right. I mean, that's exactly right. So they got pricing. The manufacturer makes you put a certain price on the website. And I always tell people, hey, I'm going to give you a price that's going to knock your socks off. Right. So we'll go from there. I'm Chad. This is Randy. We'd love to entertain a price quote from you here. So reach us here at petesrv.com. You can email one of us here, and we'd be glad to help you. Guys, thanks for watching Pete's RV TV today.